But as usual, I've generally purchased all the seeds and all that I kind of need. You can see here. Go to tools. Yep. Okay, cool. So I purchased everything I need for feeding the animals. Let me grab my notes real quick here next to me so that I can pull up where the animals are. I take all the notes and all that kind of stuff I need ahead of time, just so I can remember where I'm going and all that kind of stuff. Make sure I do what I'm planning to do with you guys. So, let's get going. Alright, so there are plenty of animals to feed here in the little mini dungeon we did and in this little valley area. And let us go into the valley area first. You don't need to fight anyone. If you are playing this yourself, you want to, you need about 7 seeds, 4 herbs, and then basically any kind of food item after that. Because we're going to feed some monkeys, and monkeys will eat just about anything you can give them. So you can actually find a lot of items in like containers and such. And when I was playing yesterday and all that kind of stuff, when I was playing earlier, you can see here's our monkeys, we can feed them. And I'll give them the fish food, because why not? I don't have any fish to feed. But when I was playing this game the other day, I realized I actually missed one of those little cherry trees. Look at that cute little monkey. But I missed one of the cherry trees. And that explains why I felt like I had to come here when I left. But I didn't bother to explore further. So what you'll see happen is, as I come through here, go ahead and bust these open one time. Hey, look. Fish food. And some more of that. As I come up here, I'm going to actually want to cross the tree I missed. And the enemies that you bumped into, those tree guys, they stay fruit trees. You can cut them down if you want, but they look pretty, so I'll leave them. But I missed this guy. So we're gonna do him, and we're actually going to receive a little treasure here saying that, hey, you've got everything. For the trees, at least. I'll be putting together a little guide for myself a little later about the clover blossoms and such. But there is one other creature to feed in here, and that's actually where we're going. And that is up here. Up here we're going to have some boars and their piglets. They count the boars and piglets separately, but you only need 1 seed bag to feed them. So, yeah, so skip over the little piggy eating. So cute. Yeah, so that'll actually finish off the Agata Valley stuff here. When you finish here, and if you go into here, you'll go to your scrolls. If you go to your animal tome, you'll see that you have now the monkey, boars, and boar piglets. And that means you fed all the 3 creatures that are in here. And while we're right here, look at the heart, she's so happy. We're going to come over here, blast this open, and get a sun fragment. 3 of these gives you another health, if I remember correctly. Yeah, solar energy. That's your health bar, your solar energy units. That'll actually finish off Agata Valley for now. We'll be back later to give offerings and all that kind of stuff. See the statues in here for these guys. If I remember correctly, I might be mixing games up, but I'm pretty sure you can get something for them to get an item you return. So we're going to sleep down here. But yeah, I really enjoy playing this game. It's very relaxing to play. It's very beautiful. You get to see all the cute little animals. You get little hearts above their head when you feed them. They're so happy. The art style for this game is just fantastic. Alright, so there's plenty of animals to feed around here. We're going to go this way and start over on this side of everything. We're actually going to go down by the entrance to Okami village. Because there's some more piglets over here. So they eat seeds. With seeds, they're happy. So cute. Let's see here. Pretty sure I just saw it. I can't even hear that. Okay, I'll turn up the volume on my headset here one second. How's that, Navy? Is that a little better? And also, thanks for coming out, man. So, yeah, just let me know if it ends up sounding a little better here. Unfortunately, you can't feed anything when it becomes nighttime. So, once it does, I'll use the sun spell and make everything bright again. If you come up this way, there's going to actually be some horses. And there's some animals over by the dojo. So we're going to feed the horse. It should be right here. You can scare them by barking. But yeah, they'll eat herbs. And that'll actually get you the most. Alright, cool. Thanks, Navy. But yeah. So, let's see what it is. Cross it off my list so I don't try to find them again. I discovered the other day when I was playing, you can actually, the hawks up here, I missed completely. The hawks up here, oh wow, you can't hit them, doesn't do anything for you. I swear to God you can hit them. I did it, I promise. There we go, and that's all they do. It's pointless to do it, to be honest, but, you know, you miss enough times, you gotta just show that you can. Yeah, so over here there are actually some more piglets and boars, and that'll actually finish off that portion of the creatures, the boars and piglets you can feed currently. There are like 4 rabbits in all in this area, but you can only get to two or three sets, mostly because you can't get to everyone's place yet. Alright, come on, let me feed you already. There we go. Alright, and that finishes off the boars and boar piglets we can get to. There are some other regular pigs we can reach. And they're over by the dojo. We went to there last week when we were exploring. Now, this is actually also going to be one of the times when you want to have saved up a bit of money. For when we go into Agata Forest. There's a lot of treasures we can get in the forest as well, so you can sell those off, get your money that way. Finally stopped snowing outside. Okay, skip. Alright, and all that's left is some birds and some rabbits, and that's everything we can feed in this area, and then we'll head off to the forest. No, we don't head off to the forest, actually. We gotta go back to the village first, but we'll finish feeding everyone here. I almost forgot. We have to do that part yet. So, if you go across the pond here, or the river, there should be some rabbits right here. We'll feed them. Yeah, this game is just really relaxing to play. They don't expect too much from you. You can just run around and beat on things, or just run around and enjoy the art style, which is what I usually do. Alright, so there's that rabbits. There's some birds over between the kilns. Yeah, this week hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been too long, nothing like that, but you know, it's nice that you'll be able to have something to relax to on a Sunday. House is kind of quiet. It's just me and the dog at the moment. One kid's in Grand Rapids, vaccinating people. Oh, really? It's not. Oh, is it rabbits? That's rabbits. Okay. So that's that. Oh, that's right. The birds are by the fireworks guy. So yeah, one kid's in Grand Rapids. He's giving out vaccinations for COVID relief stuff. My other child is off at her friend's house. She'll be there until later this afternoon. And the third adopted kid at the moment is at work, actually. Working at a bike shop. So to be able to get the other rabbits, you gotta get the power-up that deals with that. So it's nothing I can handle at the moment. But it's good to just get everything you can out of the way now and then just clean up as you go along later. Park. Oh, wait, rabbits. Alright. You can do an event, not an event, but a race with this guy later in the game. Can't do anything with him yet, but later on you'll be able to race him for a sun fragment, if I remember right. So there's some birds down here. This is where we fought and got a bounty, and also there's a bird. Oh, they're down here. I know they're around here somewhere. But this is where we got the bounty and the firecracker bomb explosion thing. And this will actually finish off all the animals you can feed currently. Like I said, there's actually 2 more in Shinshu that we can get to, but they are up on the cliff. Fed everything, we're actually going to run to Kamaki. Unfortunately, there's no quick warp. I'll have to shovel when I'm done here now it's done snowing. So we're just going to head up to Kamaki real quick, and we're going to take care of reviving Sakuya. Because even though you can see her tree is all green, that's Sakuya's tree there. It's all green. She is not yet revived. She's just kind of her tree is there. So I'll actually show you if you go to her tree before you do everything else. There is a quick little blurb that Isun gives you. But you can only see it if you go there before you revive all the trees. So if you talk to this guy here who's dancing, the guy who gives you the little mini game at the beginning of the game, tells you there's 15 trees. And there'll be a miracle if you can get them all to bloom. So we're not going to get all 15 right away. Just going to do that one here. There's no one there. There is one over here. And I missed. There's one on here. I believe there is one down that way. Yes. So there's 2 in this area. There's one over by the old lady on the far end. And if you're better at this than I am, great. There we go. And there is one actually over the rice paddy field by the sake brewer lady. Oh, come on, that was just kind of a circle. So as you go through and you grab these trees, the easiest one to miss is actually the one over in the rice paddy field, which most of the other ones are just right on the path. But yeah, you just grab the trees as you go along. There we go. There it is. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just want to make sure I don't do all 15 before we get closer to Sakuya's tree here. So to get the rest of them, you actually go up this way towards the shrine that's at the bottom of Sakuya's tree. But if you go there now without reviving all the trees, we're going to be doing something else real quick too before I revive the trees that are up here. Hey, Sakuya, my little blossom. You're looking mighty fine, thanks to us. Hey, why doesn't she say something? Come to think of it, I haven't seen her around lately. She didn't kick the bucket, did she? Come on, Sakuya, let's see that pretty little face of yours. I know, let's ask old Mr. Orange what's going on. So, hey, Christina. So, yeah, if you haven't revived her yet and you come up and go to talk to the tree, basically, it says, oh, something's wrong. And then you got these two girls here who are, you know, shocked at the fact that the tree came back to life. And at the very first live stream I did, we actually saw this statue much larger. It's located even deeper than Shiranui's statue. They must really revere him. But still, wasn't there an even bigger statue around? So yeah, that's hinting at something else you can do. So instead of going around the Shinto gates, if you go through them, it changes. So now you can actually go back into the actual shrine itself if you go through the Shinto gates that way. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. So we're going down this way, and we will actually revive the last of the trees after talking to Mr. Orange. Even though you can talk to him, I think, 4 times, we're just going to talk to him once, just because he does something that I find silly and fun. So these are the last 2 trees here. The last 3 trees to revive are right there. So we'll hit those up in 1 second. We're actually just going to talk to Mr. Orange here, who's going to dance for us. Old man's got some moves. The blessing of the gods allowed me to keep dancing like this. So yeah, you can talk to him a few more times. He just does the same dance and says basically the same thing and then says something along the lines of, I don't understand what's going on. Why hasn't she revived? So we're going to finish off returning Sakuya's power to her by finishing reviving up the trees that help to give her strength. Wow. Sorry, my connection hiccup there for a second and I drew a very odd circle. And with that little blurb, we know that, hey, cool, you've got all the trees. This won't work if it's nighttime, so... There we go. Fixed it. I like when they have those little time jumps that you can do, where it's like, hey, it's nighttime. No, it's not. Very solemn music. And then we get this scene. At last. At last, the answer to all my prayers. All the village's trees have sprung back to life. It is time to harness the power that dwells within the good earth. Yes, it is time for the Kanohana Shuffle. I shall summon back the spirit of the divine tree Kanohana. The Sakuya Valor. Dude's about, but first, I must break my vow of temperance. Dude's about to get smashed. I shall gingerly sip this sake, and soon we shall see blossoms. Oh, man. Oh, yes, yes, yes! Hey, Gramps, you okay? You got a weird look in your eyes. Snowball, is soon. Did my stream just drop out? No, okay, that was weird. Snowball, soon, what are you guys... What you're about to see is the stuff of legends. Behold the secrets of secrets. I give you the Kanohana Shuffle. So what's about to happen is it's another one of those like kind of mini quick time events. I remember when I first played this game. I don't remember when the Wii was out at the time. Pretty new game on the Wii, and was playing it. We were in a different house at the time, the first house that my wife and I had moved together into. And you would draw by, holding down, I think it was the A button or the Z button on the back. And then you would, move the Wiimote around. And I just could not do this minigame at first when I first did it that way. I was real bad at it. Like, significantly bad. But that meant I got to see this part of the game about, I think, 6 times in all when I first did it. And it's actually one of my fonder memories of this game is playing this and then failing, having my wife laugh at me, having my son laugh at me, all that kind of stuff. But I quite enjoyed it. I've always had a fondness for it. That's probably another reason why I really enjoy this game. It reminds me of some really, a lot of good times and laughter and all that kind of stuff in the house. Great Amaterasu. So, if you haven't seen the first stream, in the first stream she shows up in a kimono with like a peach shape cut out of her butt. We're about to see what she's changed her outfit into. Issun kind of hints at it. Sakuya, you're alive and you look very nice. Little bug friend, I see you are full of spunk as always. I also owe this elderly gentleman my deepest thanks. What bravery! Mere words cannot express the depth of my gratitude. And there you go. She is all sexified up apparently. Thanks to you, I have been restored and re-energized. Even the wolf's like, whoa. Of course, the one who deserves my thanks and respect the most is none other than the glorious god Amaterasu. Praise be to you. I think she blows you a kiss or something. I cannot guarantee that it will mean salvation for all of Nippon. But if you restore the guardian saplings spread about the land, you too will benefit from the power that results. I will remain in Kamiki praying for your mission success. How I look forward to gazing upon you again. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. And we actually receive another constellation here. Another one of the Hamagami trio, I believe. Which are the monkeys who give you plant-based powers. Oh, this one. Okay. I was right just because I remember practicing it, but I always forget which one it is exactly until... I love this guy, too. This game has such, like... great art and comedy, because there you go. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Long have I hidden myself here among the nature of Kamiki. But the time has come for I, Hasugami, proud member of the Hanagami trio of Flora gods, to reveal myself. May my power be of assistance on your grave quest. Yeah, this gives you the power to make lily pads on water, which we'll actually use kind of quickly here, because as soon as, like, hey, test it out. Basically, as soon as our Navi, our tutorial, all that kind of stuff. With the water lily power, you can create lily pads on water. You can use them to cross any body of water. Let's try it out. Come on, this way, Ammy. So yeah, so automatically get shifted over to where we need to go. There's a treasure chest. So that treasure chest has been there for a while. I pointed it out at the beginning, and this is the only way. Well, only way I know to reach. I'm sure there's other ways. You can actually swim over to that island if you want behind it, but I don't know if there's a way to reach. Hey, that should have worked. I did. I drew a circle on the water. There. Wipe that smirk off your face, furball. At least we don't have to worry about getting wet anymore. Could you imagine if you talked the way the words appeared on these things? I know, now that you have this new power, let's use it to travel a bit further out of the village. I think I have the text set to go fast again to speed. So now he's just saying, hey, you gotta go here now. Which, you know, there's only one place we can go, which was the Agata Forest path. So there's something else that happens. I won't come back to it for a little bit. But as you free guardian saplings from the curse, there we go. Collect 3, and we get 1 extra. So now we have an extra soul, or is that just 2 fragments? That was 2 fragments. I thought I had 3 for some reason. All right. So if you go over to this island here. There is a clover that we can grow. We can't just climb up on it, unfortunately. I've tried a few times, but... Well, you can. It's just easier to do it this way. See? You just kind of... There we go. And it's just easier to do it off the lily pads. And we find ourselves a clover. There is a treasure buried here, but I don't remember where offhand, so it's... easier to find at nights when the treasure glows. It's around back here somewhere. Oh, it took me forever to realize what this was when I was playing the other day. When I was practicing, you see that dark black, looks like the mountain's folded in on itself? It took me a moment to realize when I ran this way and turned around over here. It's the outline. Just being visible while you're right next to the place. So, yeah, I've always liked the art style. I find it interesting that when you swim in here, you know, lily pads, all that kind of stuff. If you saw, you kind of have like a stamina meter right there. Jumping on a lily pad automatically fills it up. You don't need to wait on that at all. There's other stuff we can do here. But we can't do it just yet. You actually have to finish off the forest, I believe, to be able to get up to those. Turn this way. Those things there. I believe you have to finish the forest up. There's a dungeon in the forest you end up having to go into. But yeah, to talk a little bit more about when I first played this game. Like I said, years and years ago. At the time, I was a member of GameFly, I think it is, the subscription service where you know, had a game sent to you and all that kind of stuff. And this was the second game I had gotten, and I took it because it just looked interesting, it looked different. I hadn't heard anything about it. And I believe it was actually one of the games that we kept a hold of the longest in the house. Because normally I take and hold on to a game for a week or two, and then I'd make sure to send it back so that, you know, if Nick was looking for, my son, was looking for a game, it would come for him and all that kind of stuff, so that you know, that way it was kind of even. It wasn't just me getting games I wanted to play. He got some games he wanted to play too, and you know, if Jay was interested in something, she could get something too. But yeah, I think this was the longest game we kept, just because of the fact that we actually all enjoyed, at the very least, watching it being played. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of fun memories for this game. A lot of just, there we go. And then, like usual, at the cracks, just gotta draw a bomb. And we're through. This place was very confusing the very first time I ever set foot here. And it's because of the amount of curse zone that's in this place. Flooded into the forest. I thought evil would shun areas with so much grass and trees. It must really be some curse, the way it's changed the forest. So, it took me forever to figure out when I very first played this game that where, you know, it's hard to tell where you're supposed to go, to be honest. So, if you come down here, of course, there's enemies to fight. There's no new enemies. It's just the drummers, the fife players, the guitarists, and the fish, still. But if you come in here, we've got some fires we can't put out. There's a house. There's a save point. There is something here that we can't do anything with yet, and there is this, and we can't do anything with this yet either. So there's a lot of stuff you can't do yet in the forest, to be very honest. So if you go in here, though, this is your fortune teller's house. You get a stray bead. One of the streams I'm going to be doing shortly will probably be picking up the stray beads I'm missing that I can pick up right now. We got a teleportation point, can't do anything with it yet. And we have over here, skull, doesn't do anything, it's just for appearance. And we've also got this creepy little doll, which I love because you hit it, and ooh, head pops off. You can cut it, head pops off. It's supposed to be a $100. If you want fortune tellers, you talk to her. It's 500 yen, and she'll give you a fortune about, you know, what you're supposed to do next. Basically, she tells us, hey, there's a path. There's a path by the water. So when you leave here and you go back out, there's the water here, right? And like I said, it took me forever to figure out where to go because you can go this way and you hit the curse zone, so you can't go that way. Okay. You can't go anywhere further up top without hitting the curse zone, but if you look, Eastern also gives you a little bit of clue about how trees and grass protect from the curse zone, and there's only trees and grass like in abundance where you first walk in. So if you go along the path along the side of the hill where you first walk in, you come across this entranceway. And in the entranceway, got our tree. So of course you want to revive it. I love the music and the sight of everything, you know, returning to nature here. All the trees and stuff sprout, the grass plants. Oh, it's nice. I've always really, really enjoyed when you sprout the guardian saplings, and it changes everything up. So we are going to get our next new weapon here, actually, which is rosary beads of some sort. Yeah. Oops. The devout beads. These are cool. They're kind of like a multi-hit whip weapon. Alright, yep. So he's just going to tell us how to equip it. And you actually, I don't know how well I can pull it off. I was trying to practice before, but each weapon has a sub-weapon and a main weapon attack. Equip this to your main weapon. It'll make your shield a sub-weapon. Got the hang of it? Yes, yes, yes. So the shield acts as a sub-weapon when you have it, or the, not the shield, the disc acts as a shield as a sub-weapon. So it soon reminds you there that, hey, by the way, if you return to Sakyo's tree in Kamiki, she'll give you stuff for every sapling you restored. So I think we can get 2 so far. And we'll turn to the tree at, later point in time. Not anytime now. And let's see here. I usually max out my paint before I max anything else out, and then it goes health, and then astral bag and money. So right now I can hold on to all the money I need. I don't need a ton of money for anything just yet. So yeah, so we have revived the forest, which means there's some other stuff we can do now, right? So let us go ahead and see about this. I love this character too. This character's a fun character. He was talked about in the last episode by the priest near the water. This is Waka. He is the monk that was mentioned that was supposed to be guarding the sword. Hark, the call of the heavens, the earth, the sea. They summoned me forth to defeat evil. He makes me think of the, cheesy superhero guys. And that's why I like him. Waka, the god's gift to man, is here. Bonjour! Town Master Waka. He's a very interesting character. What's up with that guy? That crimson shading and divine instrument on your back. You look kinda weird, but I reckon you pack a punch, baby. Hey, think you're so special way up there, huh? Get down here and talk face to... Wait, did he say crimson shading? Can he see Ammy's true form? And then his sword has a really fun name to it too, actually. Hey, he drew a sword! This is how I get my point across. Unintended. The moment the cursed zone started spreading across Nippon, I saw the shadowy figure that removed the sacred sword, Tsukuyomi, flee into Kamiki village and seal the entrance with a huge rock. You guys know anything about that? This guy gives me the creeps. Better keep your eye on him. Ammy, you getting all worked up again? Magnifique. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now you shall get an earful of my beloved sword. Behold, pillow talk. You have to excuse me if I go quiet during the fight. I can't do it too often, but sometimes I can manage to pull it off without getting hit. He's got 2 main attacks I can remember. One, he throws one of his swords at you, another one he kind of rushes at you. If you recall, during the last one, when we went to the dojo, we got a dodge move, so I'll be using that. And then if you can pull it off, the shield will actually do a counter attack. Pulling it off at the right time for that, though, is difficult for me. I only hit it once every now and then. Yeah, this is Waka. So, oh, missed already. So he's gonna throw, and as you can see, oh crap, it's not equipped. I'm like, why is my shield not working? Yeah, it's... Excuse me for 1 second, folks. proper uses of the dodge, you can get through that without getting hit. Unlike me, who got hit like so freaking times. Doesn't help that apparently I didn't equip the shield as a sub-weapon, so I tried to block a couple of those hits, and realized that, hey, don't have my shield on. Real good. Hey, wait, you know this guy, Ammy? Well, that was pretty tactless. Excuse moi, baby. You see, I was looking into that cursed zone that struck this area. It consumed all in its path, even the light of the sun. It is the curse of Orochi, the legendary eight-headed serpent. Orochi? So there's a collection minigame you can play in here after a little bit, and I'll be doing that off screen. I'll show you what it is because it's actually important to the plot as well. I'm not going to be doing it off screen between this playthrough and the next, most probably, because I don't know if I'm going to get through the Moon Cave or if we're going to stop at the Moon Cave. It depends on how long we've been going. So what we're going to do is, after this little quest here, after this little talk here rather, we're going to go ahead and free up the rest of the curse zones in here. I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do if you decide to play this game on your own time. And since things are afoot that even I did not prophesize. So you can, if you really wanted to, skip about, on the PS4, you can hit the touchscreen button and skip around it, but so I'm playing it for you guys, and I'm going to make sure that we get the story. That Orochi is going to be mincemeat when we're through with it. So you're the ones who revived the trees in this area. But a lot of time's passed since Orochi's return. You better pick up the pace, Mashuri. What? I'm sorry to say, our battle just now was a big disappointment. You're not what you used to be. So, when I beat him without getting hit on my practice run through, he said the same thing. You're not what you used to be. You may have defeated Orochi long ago, but one cannot dwell on past glories. You have weakened greatly during your 100-year slumber. That's enough! Now tell me about that shadowy figure you saw, fleeing to Kamiki. How do we know it wasn't you? Relax, my little bouncing friend. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a little prophecy for you. I can see into the future, you know. I foresee a long and big thrill. You'll know what I'm talking about when the time comes. Anyway, I must be off. The work of a prophet is never done. So, he hits au revoir, baby. So he hints at the fact that he can see the future, which means he knew you were going to be there, and he battled you on purpose. What a freak! Who the heck does he think he is? At least that's what I've always assumed. Hey, wake up, Ammy! We got work to do! Alright, so you can find a couple of things that you're going to want to do here. Youch. That one hurt. Alright, so there are... Let me see here if I can find it. We'll go this way. There are a couple of treasures that you can unearth very simply around here. These right here. These buds. Bloom them. And if you bloom them, they drop items and treasures. I believe there are 4? These these buds that you're blooming are also actually a hint to something else that you'll be able to do a little later. Alright. So there's that child over there with the rain cloud above his head. Don't go to him yet. That'll be the main part of what you need to do here. So for now, we're just gonna grab up this stuff and clear up the rest of the blighted areas. Steel Fist Sake. Sake brewed the spirits of steel. Temporarily increases attack power, so that'll make you a little stronger. Boop. And we've got a monster house and a bloom. So we'll hit the bloom and then we'll hit the monster house. There's a house over there with the arrow in it that belongs to the little boy and his father. Nothing in there that you can, if you know, playing like me, you've already filled up your astral pouch. So you don't really need to go in there at all. There's nothing to do in there. So let's go in here instead. Alright. Take care of them. One of them will be coming running at us in a second here. So let's go ahead and just... I'm going to be powering up this, kind of like I did the disc. Not yet, but we'll be doing that very shortly. I just wanted to get to the monster house since it was pointless. So, like I was saying, you do need to make sure you have at least 10,000 yen on you before you come into the forest. And I'll show you why in a sec. You can dodge in air too, I think. No, I thought you could. Maybe that's you learn that later, I thought. Anyways. And then we'll just cut him and get a 2. Yay! So he's got 11,000. You'll see this seed here. I'm not going to do it this while we're on screen. But I'll show you what to do with this seed in a second. So that seed there, you actually want to roll it. So this is the boy's father. He basically tells you that the boy is, you know, in the forest. But that seed, you want to roll it all the way this way. All this way. This is another seed that you need to use. But you're going to roll that seed all the way up here. Be careful not to drop it into the water, because then it's a pain to get back up. To this bear. And he'll trade you the seeds for praise. There are 2 seeds in here. There's the green one I showed you, which is closer. And I'll just... Let's see here if we can do this real quick. So yeah, you just roll the seed. Kind of like you did with the orb in the little mini dungeon in Hana Valley. But as you can see, if you're not careful, it's going to go right off the edge. And you don't want it to go off the edge. What I usually try to do is try to get it past this rock here. Come on, you. Once I do, I try to push it into the wall. And kind of use the wall to keep it from falling into the water. Unfortunately, this part of the game is a pain and a half to just push these things. Always has been, always will be. Because you can't bite them, so you can't carry it. I wouldn't recommend slashing it. I don't remember what happens if it breaks and then respawns. See, don't go over the edge. So yeah, that's why I'm not going to do the other one on screen for sure, because it's going to take way too long. I mean, this one is relatively close to the bear. And I feel like it took forever to get it up here. I think that's the only annoying part about games when they have these little mini quest things. And there you go. Finally! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He went back to sleep? He did get a good deal of praise, though. So it's worth doing it. It's just not worth doing it on camera for me. There is one light zone and I think another monster house, and there's something else we can do as well. So the reason why I say you want 10,000 yen, though, is, and we're going to go take care of that now, this merchant over here sells 2 packs of gold powder. And gold powder is, like I think I've said before, is what you use to upgrade your weapons. So, yes, let's do some shopping. Sell your treasures whenever you have the chance. It's not worth it to keep them. keeping them does nothing for you. And it's a quick way to earn some money. So if you go down... Oh, he doesn't... I could have swore he had gold power. Huh. Anyways, I do want to equip this as a sub weapon real quick. There. Did I... No, I did not. Maybe it's not that merchant. There is a merchant that sells gold powder, though. This merchant over here is your tooth merchant. Remember I was telling you about why you, battle tips. This is about, if I remember correctly, that is actually about the teeth. So let's go to... Not long ago, travel guide. Battle tips. Two important aspects of battle that you must be aware of. They are the bonus system and what is known as floral finishers. First, let's discuss bonuses. Bonuses provide a nice reward. Basically, you know, defeating enemies quickly and defeating without taking damage is how you earn more money. Finish floral finishers. Time warps and slows at the moment a demon leaves the mortal coil. Use the brush at the instant to turn their cadaver into flora. Their resentment will crystallize into a demon fang. The technique differs from enemy to enemy. And basically it says, hey, there's people that want to buy that from you. That's this guy here. What's your name? What? Come, tell me your name. You may only be a wolf, but manners are manners. The name's Asu, and this furball here is Amaterasu. That's a bit of mouthful, let's call you Chalky. As for me, I'm the infamous Fang Trader. So this is why I was telling you that you're gonna need 100 fangs that I can think of off the top of my head. That's because Kiba has special items. All you need to do is tan those monsters' hides and drop a demon fang just before they disappear. Love to have them, symbol of power, blah blah blah. So, Chalk, got any of them on you? Do a swap. Yes. So, these are disposable items. They'll disappear. But I believe these are specialty items. Can't get this. This is what I'm saving up for first. This will pull items towards me in battle. So, I need another 15. You can get this. Lets you sleep and get health back for exchange for cash, and a peace bell that keeps demon scrolls at bay. So yeah, this is what I want. And that's the first thing. So altogether, those 3 items cost you 100 fangs. So in between this Sunday and next Sunday, I'm going to be going through and collecting the last of the 100 fangs I need to get so I can buy that. And hey, look, it's our pal. He basically says, what are you doing here? He's here to train, leave him alone. So, nice thing about this weapon is the fact that these guys can't guard against it using their guitars like they do with your shield, but it's easier to actually do extra damage on the enemies using this weapon as compared to, you know, the disc, which is that right there, which, like I said, it's a shield. So, this weapon gives you the advantage that it does more hits, so it actually does do a little bit more damage overall. But because it can do more hits, if you're not careful, you're going to overextend your attack and miss out on getting the fangs. So, it's great because you can actually finish the battles rather quickly. Moral finisher. But as you can see, you can take a hit to your time if you're not careful. I am currently not too worried about my time. Alright, so we're going to want to collect this. This is the moon cave that the guy was talking about. And there should be one more area to take care of. There's lots of deer in this area. And here's the last blighted area that I can think of offhand. So we'll just bloom there. And got 2 treasures to collect. And then we'll double check because you should be able to actually purchase gold powder from the merchant over there. I'm not sure why I couldn't. So I'm going to go talk to that merchant again, see if we can't get gold. He's supposed to sell 2 packs of gold powder for a total of 10,000 yen. So I'm not sure what happened there, so I'll talk to him again and see if I can't get it. Do some shopping, yes. Buy. There it is, gold dust. It was at the very top. I don't know how I missed it. So buy both bags one time. You only need to use one of them. You can't use both right now, but it's actually good to just kind of pick them up as you go along. Alright, so let's go into our inventory. We'll go to tools, go to gold powder, and we'll power up the devout beads. Can't do anything with this. See how it's kind of not a clear picture, it's kind of faded? That means that you can't power it up any further at the moment. But you can power up that. And as you can see now on the main and sub weapon spots there, the items are glowing with gold, meaning that they've been powered up. That's all that means. Alright, so we're going to do... Let's go ahead and make the sunshine. We're going to do 2 more things. And then... Yeah, let's go ahead and do, actually, for sure, 1 more thing. So follow this path by the merchant up. And you'll come across... Come on, there we go. This area up here. There is a clover that we can't do anything for up here because it's in the rock. Can't do anything else currently right there, but if you go in here, there's a pathway. In the pathway is a blight spot. And this should actually completely finish off the blight in the forest area. Alright, so that's that. This area actually is important to a later story point. Can't do anything here yet because you don't have the ability to climb up the tree. There are some, deer and stuff here, but there's not one of those fun buds that we can't do anything with up there. But if you come this way, there's some torches. If you go between the torches, there's a cave. In the cave is the path out to the Shinshu Valley. And there's one reason why we want to go here before we stop for the day. And that is actually to get another power-up. There's another clover we can't do anything with. Nothing else here. And we're going to get the last of the power-ups that we're going to be able to pick up before we go ahead and help out that little boy. And do the moon cave and animals and all that kind of stuff. So we'll finish up here with the dojo. I should have enough money if I remember correctly. Let me see here. How much do I have? Yes. But yeah, so there is a new attack we can learn in here in the dojo. So you've come again. Yes. So we can learn the rosary technique. If you have to fill up your bag to get to the 3rd thing and earn enough money to be able to get this. That's why I haven't worried about it. Press 0 to... We'll do it at some point. Not yet. You'll see what it is. But this is a technique we can learn, which will help us with the rosaries, which is the new weapon we have. Alright, so let's go ahead and watch the old man transform. My wife loved this part. She used to think this old man was hilarious. Onigiri sensei. So let's go ahead and head in. Alright, so this is just going to enhance our attacks with the rosary, and it gives you six strike combo. But if you continue to tap the attack button once you strike with the rosary thing, you'll actually do extra hits. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So he'll pull up a thing for us. So you hit him once, twice, 3. So 22 hits normally. But we can do a bit more than that. So if you keep tapping the attack button when you strike, there you go. Something like 43 or 44 attack. At least. I don't think I got a full 60. I think that was a combination of... Yeah, that was a combination of them all. There you go, 45. So you can get quite a bit of a attack power out of this. Especially now that you've powered it up with the golden dust. Alright, so that's that. Just leave Onigiri Sensei behind. And head off to save point for me at least, and we'll be calling it here. Alright, the nearest save points is in Kamiki. So we're going to head to Kamiki. Oh, you know what? While we're there, sorry, I'm not going to call it here. While we're in Kamiki, I can show you what happens every time you power up one of the Guardian Saplings. So we've hit 2. There's more than, you know, we've hit 3, but there's 2 main ones we've hit so far, right? So let's go visit Sakuya. So we're going to take the path on the left. So we don't want to go to the overlook, we want to go to Sakuya herself. So just take the path on the left. I really, really love this art style. Every single time I see it. And if you look up, there are fruits hanging from the tree. 2, because we've gotten 2 of the main Guardian Saplings, and it drops treasures. So we got Bullhorns. I think the other one is Coral. Helps if you draw a straight line. Oh no, it's crystal. So yeah, Sakuya drops little treasures for you as you help her out as things. So yeah, so anytime you're by Kamiki and you've done, you know, quite a bit of story, stop by Sakuya, pick up what she has for you. Especially if you know you've done a Guardian Sapling or 2. Because even though it's easy to earn the money you want, no point in not getting a little extra help here and there. So, oh, you know what? Can I? Nope, not yet. The next big thing for me, I'm going to probably power up, will probably end up being health again. And then I'll hit up the bag, because these 2 are starting to really get up there in praise points. So we'll do health, and then we'll increase the amount of money we can carry, which should allow us to carry up to 100,000, I think. which will be enough for the Golden Divine Fury or whatever it's called. So, let's go ahead and save. Save number 1 is our slots. Alright. And that's saved. Alright, so like I said, we're going to end up calling it here. Next week, I'm going to take you guys through. We're going to get the key to get into the Moonshrine, and we're going to go through the Moonshrine, which will be our first real dungeon. And it will also be the first real boss you face. Because you haven't really fought a boss. You fought enemies, right? Like Waka and the regular guys. So even though Waka is a tougher fight, he's not. I don't consider him a boss fight because there's not really any major thing on the line. It's like, oh, you got beat, whatever. Go ahead and try again. Whereas the boss, I feel, is important because beating it does something more than, hey, I think you're still weak. Go ahead and, get strong, get good. Whereas the boss, beating the boss in the Moonshrine actually does something. So we'll be doing that next week. Until then, thanks for coming out. I enjoyed rambling at you guys. And I appreciate any time you spent here. Thank you very much. See you next Sunday, same time, all that kind of stuff.